Good Monday morning. Well, I've set up a live stream so I can work a few more minutes on this thing. Terry's gone to put out that hay, and I'm in the house for a few minutes by myself. So y'all keep me company for a little bit. I better get that muted on the other side. Has it started? It will. There it goes.
Tax Act doesn't
Now, I don't know who wants to come in and say anything, but here I am. Y'all come in and say hi to each other. I've got to go up to this corner and down to right there. Hey, Katie Crafts. How are you this Monday morning? Hey, Rhonda. I really ought to be up cleaning my house, but this is one of them unfinished projects that I'm just going to work on every chance to get till I get it done, which won't be much longer. I have to stop and thread my needle in a minute. And I think that I pinned the link if y'all want to come up on the panel and say howdy to each other. Because I'm going to make as many stitches as I can. Hey, Ginger. Good morning. I really need to be doing something else, but I can't till I get this done. I don't finish everything I start, but this one's not mine, so I've got to get it finished. Hey, Donna Armstrong, good morning. Yes, a bunch of us were together last night, weren't we? And I'll do real good till I have to stop and thread that needle, and then it'll slow me down. Hey, Linda Brookshire, good morning. And Rhonda's laying on this couch in the cabin in Texas. You know, that sounds like something to do. Did you take your embroidery or something with you? Did you take something to work on? And there's Jennifer. Good morning, Jennifer. Now, y'all know that when Terry comes in, I'm going to sign off, but I think he'll be gone for a few minutes. It takes him a little while to get all the hay put out. I don't even know how many bales he puts out because I hadn't went with him in a while. But the big herd take 2 or 3, and then there's a couple of little herds off that he has to take another bale to, get off the tractor and open the gates and go through and then shut the gates back and go put the hay out and then go get another bale. It takes him a few minutes. Yeah, I think we all need to go on vacation like Rhonda, though, don't we? But I bet you she's having a good time with her family, aren't you, Rhonda? All right, where'd my scissors go? Let's see if I can rethread my needle again. I'm going to leave it right there till I get a piece of thread. Good morning, Sherry. You brought some fabric to cut up? It was Mary White last night. She said she was so tired. She'd been cutting up fabric for a hard bar jello, and I think it's just about to wear out. Now, here goes. Watch me get all cross-eyed here. How many tries is it going to take? And I've got needle threaders. I just don't keep them handy enough. I think I need to use them. Come on, so I can get to making stitches again. I'm trying. It's not going. I flicked on my thread and did everything. Better get it turned where the eye's looking at me, and well, my goodness. Try different. Don't laugh at me. I got it. Don't laugh at me. I finally got it. I could hear y'all laughing. Now, I'm ready to knot it and go again. I'll probably have to thread it 1 or 2 more times before I get to the end. Let me move this pen. And I'm only pinning a little bit at a time as I move on up through there. And it's not the whole thing. All right. Here I go. Pop that knot in there. And I'm going now. Good morning, Susan Munger. Now, if I don't get any knots in my thread, maybe if I was real careful with it and didn't get it all bunched up, it might not knot up on me. Yesterday, I was having lots of trouble with it making knots, and then I'd have to cut it and start over. Get my exercise, my range of motion. I'm going to work on that when I get some of this other stuff caught up. They're going to be pretty. And if I can do that much, I can do more, can't I? Let's see. I think those 2 on the top I sewed together. The rest of them I'll be making just in pieces like that. But I've got some other stuff that have to be done first. Good morning, Kathy Jackson. How are you this morning? Gotta make some stitches. Let's see. Jennifer, I've been embroidering raindrops on my umbrella block for the letter U. My eyes are aging for sure. And Susan, I have some beeswax somewhere around here, but I'd have to find it. Everything gets lost and scattered around here. I have stuff, but then I can't find it when I need it. Oh, it just knotted on me. Did I fix it? It bunched up there just a little bit. Come on, I can fix you. Don't break. It did. It messed up. That's so aggravating. And I've got a good quality thread. I've got Arfil. You'd think it'd do better than that. Go to can't see it sometimes. Hey, good morning, Brenda Foley. She working and lurking. That's what all of y'all need to be doing. Need to be working and lurking. I'm multitasking. I'm live streaming and working on this both at the same time. Let's see. Just see Gladys. Is Gladys in here? Did I miss some of the comments when I was looking down? Because Kathy's saying hi to Gladys. So good morning, Gladys. I'm going to trim a little off this corner. So when I turn it, maybe it'll fit better. I'm going to have to sweep my floor when I get done because I've got a lot of these little pieces all over my floor, under my feet. I did use a set of templates. I don't remember what they were called. And there's lots of different ones, so I think about any of them would be okay. Seem like these pieces are kind of smaller than what I would have liked. in the arc. I think I'd rather had them just a little bit bigger, but I cut it from a jelly roll. Did you see that? It fit on a jelly roll, and I cut it. Good morning, Daisy Mae. And how are you this morning? Okay, y'all don't mind me if I miss a comment. If y'all type a whole bunch and I miss it, because I've got to look down and up and down and up. I'm trying to sew fast. I've actually got 2 more bindings up at the quilt house, up at my shop, that I need to sew on. And I'll probably start hemming them for who they're not my quilts. One of them is my friend Sheila that I quilted that Carpenter Star. She asked me if I'd sew the binding on for her. And the other one's for my niece's little quilt that I did a few days ago. They're both up there, need binding. And Daisy Mae, I think I'm going to go outside after a little bit. Well, if it's nice outside and you need some sunshine, that'd be a good idea. Sometimes I think us quilters stay inside too much, don't we? We need to go out and get some fresh air. So I think that'd be a good idea, Daisy Mae. Yeah, Daisy Mae, I like to do exploring. The other day, I just wanted to get out of the house, and I first told my husband, I said, let's just go for a drive. And he said, hey, why don't we just go over to the creek and you can walk around the creek? Now, he don't walk so good with that bad hip, but I did walking around the creek. Didn't find nothing. And the water had been up since we had that lots of rain a few weeks ago. So, Daisy Mae, if you find something, you'll have to tell us later on. But I encourage you to go exploring. I do. I might even have to do some exploring after a while myself. I had to bundle up. It's kind of cold here today. Makes it feel colder when it was almost 80 the other day. Yeah, a couple of days ago we had almost 80. I haven't talked to Frances in a few days. I see her on Facebook, but I haven't talked to her personally. But I think they were doing some better. And, Trevor hadn't been back on to talk to us the last few days either. He liked talking to us, didn't he? And Kathy Waits, she's had, her husband had been in the hospital. She's had some problems with him. My shoulders are getting tired. I think I need to relax them just a little bit. Can you still hear me if I lean back? Since I'm just rambling on about nothing anyway. All right, y'all tell me something. About 2 more inches and I'll be to the corner. I think I'll go ahead and pin it, get it in place. Okay, if you can hear me, I'm going to lean back on this stool. because I'm a hurrying to get this turn made. I heard Willie Nelson the rooster. My Chihuahua got his nails cut Saturday at the groomers. Does he not like having his nails trimmed? I used to have one little dog. The boy, she didn't want hers trimmed. She'd about eat you up when you tried. You hear that? I think there's a chicken on my front porch. I tell you what, we've got to get a chicken being built and keep them chickens off my porch. It's getting to be kind of comical because they lay on the porch, they roost on the porch. Just part of them. That last new flock that I hatched out, they didn't go to the chicken pen with the old ones. And there's one out there just kind of making little sounds. Hear it? Now she's a clucking. You reckon she got that egg laid? Yeah, Heidi come running in here. She heard her. Yeah, she's making noise, Heidi. We'll have to go check the porch in a minute for that egg. He's like Cujo, and you have to take to the groomers or you'll get tore up. They do make a mess. I tell you what, there's one rooster that roosts on the wood pile that I've got in this little nookie thing on the back porch. There's a little nook where I put wood, and he roosts there, and then that means he poops on the wood. And so I have to be careful picking up that wood and bringing it in the house. Years ago, we built a nice chicken pen and chicken coop, but that's a long time ago. And things get in dilapidated shape after a while. And me and Terry's stuff's getting in a dilapidated shape, just like we are. Isn't that awful? Our fences that we built when we were young, falling down and having to be repaired. The chicken coop's old, needs repaired. We're old and need repaired. I think that's just part of life. When we were young, we did the best we could. We worked hard and did things, but now it's all coming down. And we've lived here. We built this house, and there was nothing here when we moved here. We first bought 10 acres and moved here out in the middle of a pasture, and built the house, planted trees, built barns and fences. But 1988, that's a lot of years. So everything's kind of not where it ought to be anymore, not in good shape. We make do, we get by. The cows, we keep the fences up enough that the cows don't get out. But yeah, we started with 10 acres and then kept adding to it. So we have more acres now. More than what we can actually take care of. Well, I turned my corner. Now I'm going this way. And I've got this far I need to go. But I bet Terry gets back before I get it done. And then I'll stop and go do something else. Let me get that knot. It knotted on me again. If I can straighten it out. With that. You see what that does? It sure does slow me down. Why does it do that? I'm glad, Rhonda, that you're having a good time. You deserve some company and having a good time. It didn't come out. I'm going to see if I can just pull it through. Bought 30 acres 4 years ago, building from scratch. It is a lot of work. And the older you get, the harder it gets. Yeah, I put a stripe binding on that. You think it kind of goes with it good enough? With the rest of the quilt? I thought it might. So that's the one I picked for it. Well, fixing to use a bad word here. It's that knot's not working. Where'd it go? Should have bought when you were 20. I know. Well, me and Terry started out. We were pretty young. We weren't even married when we were 20 though. I was 21 and he was 22 when we got married. What did I do with my scissors? I need to trim a little bit of that off. Maybe I just tuck it in there. Good morning, Mimi. Oh, Mimi's tidying up her kitchen. I washed a few dishes. I didn't get them all done, but I washed a few after I made breakfast. But this is my loose end that I'm trying to get out of the way. And good morning, Mimi. If I get this done before Terry gets back, I get to add a girl. Now, don't you think I get to add a girl if I get this done? Now, where'd that other clip go? I lost one of my little clips. Good morning, Deb. There's my scissors. Where'd the clip go? How have you been, Deb? I got to trim some of that off. That stuff that's all over my floor right now. I bet that clip's in my quilt someplace. Bet I got my coffee cup. Bet my coffee cup got cold. It's like my second or third cup this morning. I actually got up real early this morning. I got to thinking that the stove might need a stick of wood. So I got up and put some wood in it and I just stayed up. I didn't do anything, but I stayed up. Should have been working on this, but I sat down and had the laptop in my lap. Back to find my... Cock-a-doodle-doo. I heard one of them roosters. Might not have been Willie Nelson because there's more than one Willie Nelson out there. I've got too many roosters. I'm fixing to tie this off and try another piece of thread. Maybe the next one will work better. Not get that knot in it. Deb says she's doing good. That's good to hear. You got snow and cold weather up where you're at, Deb? All right, now where to put them scissors? And I'm using a good thread, but it sure is not sewing very good. Look all goo-goo-eyed here. Let's see. Susan says, I'm furious with the post office. I mailed 3 weeks ago priority mail, a quilted bag, and a new wallet I made for my mom, and it hasn't arrived yet, and they can't find it. Oh, my. I don't know. Did you go check the tracking number to see where it might have stopped at? I'd be furious too, Susan. I sure hope that the packages I send get where they're supposed to go. If I ever send y'all something and you know you've ordered it and it don't get there, let me know and we'll make it right. You can't control the post office. All right, I'm going again. I know wouldn't that be awful, Jennifer, to have that happen, make something like that and send it and not get there? They can't find it, it's vanished. Yeah. Well, if it was sent priority, you can get it. Can't you file and get a little bit of insurance on it? But that don't bring it back. One time, several years ago, when my son was just a teenager, he was doing bees, and he still has bees. But he had ordered some bees, several of them, and I gave him the money to get them. And you know, when those bees got down at the post office, they'd killed the biggest part of them. They all arrived dead. How that happened, I don't know. But they were insured, so he got some money back on them, but he wanted the bees and not the insurance money on them. Her bag got destroyed in the hurricane and wanted her to make a new one. And you did, and it's lost. I'm sorry, Susan. I can't imagine how you feel. Because she already lost everything in the hurricane. I hope they do too, but I bet they don't you? Hey, Randy, how are you this morning? Good morning, Emily. Well, I've been stitching away for 30 minutes, and I got that much to go now. That's less, ain't it? She's still waiting on FEMA. Still waiting on FEMA. Well, y'all, I know some of y'all are keeping up with what's going on, all that money that FEMA spent every place but where it needed to go. I know some of y'all know that. Didn't help out our folks that needed it. Let's see, Emily's basting a baby quilt, so you can quilt it. Then after you get it quilted, then you get to sit and talk to us while you do the binding. Talking to y'all and doing binding just is the thing to do. You know that? It's easy to do them both at the same time. No, Randy, I've got this much more to go. But I'm going. Oh, there's that other clip. I found it. Oh, shoot. Terry's back. I can see out the window over there, and he's back. That means I've got to stop. Well, I wouldn't have to, but he thinks I'm on here talking to you guys all the time. Let me make just another stitch or two, and then I'll shut down this live stream. I may just sit here and keep working on it, see if I can't finish it. But he's back from haying the cows. Oh, yeah, Randy, did you clean the kitchen? We want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, Susan loves to hand bind while watching TV. Yes, but I don't watch TV anymore. I used to bind and watch TV, but I don't do that. Don't watch TV. Move my clip down. Yeah, I'm not gone yet, but I'm fixing to go. My boyfriend's coming in the door. I gotta go. He's not calling. He's coming in the door. You made Shannon clean the kitchen. And so see, she had to go to work last night too, didn't she? Where'd I put them scissors? Let me trim a little bit more off of that. Put this pen down there this time. Mamie's still here. Yeah, I am too. I see him. He got off the tractor out there, and he took that net wrap and throwed it over on a pile he's got started over there. He's still standing there. He don't know I can see him. And he's a limping this way now. Bless his heart. If he ever falls and hurts himself, have to call the ambulance, come get him, won't I? I was this morning, but she did it before you got up. Tell him you're giving online quilting lessons. I don't give lessons. I don't even do the tutorials. There's always better people at doing that than me. But he's a coming. I'll go be a good wife and take care of him. All right. I'll see you guys later. I'll probably be back again sometime today. So I'm ending the stream. Thanks for joining me for 34 minutes.